I don't mind telling you, hey, that's off, brother. Like, no, what you say, you need to rethink that one. Like, no, that's wrong.
That's a terrible hot take.
Yeah, I'm like, we got to do better than that, But we got to hold people accountable.
Hey, what's up? I'm Cory Davenport, local shit poster, and I'm joined by my co-host, Nicole Cory. What are you?
What am I?
If I'm a local shit poster, what are you?
Local cautionary tale.
Cautionary tale comedian.
You put me on the spot. I don't know. Okay.
We're joined tonight by Jason Harrison, one of my favorite people in the entire Alton area. You're on the school board. You are an owner of LaMay's Catering, who catered my wedding. That fucking catfish was insane.
Was good.
Let's see, what else do you do? You were foundational in the overnight warming locations. Mm-hmm. What else do you do?
I just like to be known as a community servant, man. Just where I can fit in.
Community servant, Jason Harrison.
Yeah.
Okay.
You live up to that. I've seen you doing everything everywhere. For everyone, actually. But tonight I really wanted to talk to you about schools. Because you are one of the newest school board members. And I remember your campaign. I did endorse you, and I will never regret that. But before we started filming, you told me you recently pulled your kid out of the Alton School District. And
I did.
I want to hear about that.
Cory, I feel like, and as you know, like I love serving my community. I always serve my community. I felt like I've served so much, but I didn't serve at home. And I let so much go. And my daughter is in 11th grade. She's 17. I've raised 3 other girls through that school that have all graduated. And I'm so proud of them. And when I was listening to my daughter last year, man, her just talking about the struggles and things she was dealing with at the school. Just before I became a school board member. And I'm just like, you can make it through this. Every motivational thing you can say for a child to tell them like how to make it through it and how to see something different. And, it's all about perspective, and you have it in you. Your older siblings did it. And then I start watching her demeanor change, and she wasn't eating and trying to like lose weight because she was on a cheer team, and just the different peer pressures, and then the complaints she had against like teachers. And I was first to defend the teachers being teachers, right? Mm-hmm. So I've got so used to being a leader of the community that I wasn't really leading it at home. I wasn't giving the attention that I felt like I should have gave at home. So anyway, I'm defending the teachers and talking about, well, this is their perspective. Hey, they've already graduated. They're trying to help you get there. And it was complaint. And then my wife went up there, and my wife had to intervene for things that were happening. And my wife and I talked, and we just felt, you know what? It's probably the best thing that we pull her away. And I say this cautiously, but I say it boldly. Mm-hmm. Sometimes people can dislike you and they can't get to you other than through things you love.
It's very relatable.
And so, unfortunately, my family has a target because some people just don't, they don't care for me for whatever reason, and I just felt it was best to pull away. So we pulled her away and enrolled her in the high school diploma equivalency out there with Wilson Clark. So basically your GED that they changed the name of. Yeah, so
that's at the Scott Bibb, right?
Was that Wilson Clark?
Scott Bibb. So my son actually had a similar experience. He dropped out. Not exactly the same. But it was the freshman year hit, and his entire personality changed, and he told me horrible things about the school. And honestly, my daughter is about to be in middle school, and I'm really getting nervous because I can't possibly homeschool. I know myself. But the Alton School District, I will tell you, I'm not a fan of it. I've had good experiences. She, has good experiences with her current elementary school for the most part, but Alton High School, it was bad. And the trying to reach out to the guidance counselors was like pulling teeth. They would never call you back. So I can totally, it's unfortunate that you had that experience. But the, what is it?
The
youth build program. He was a part of that. I put him in that.
That was good.
And that's what it is. Like, it's hard because Alton School just, they don't have the best reputation.
It's hard to hear that. But what I've learned, if people don't take it personal and just look at it as a system that we can change, and I believe people are so defensive because they take it personal, right? So, oh man, well, somebody watches this, that I'll probably get messages, which I get them all the time, so I really don't give a crap. But it's like, oh, I can't believe that you even agree with that. Or I can't believe you said, well, the reality is it's a system and it existed before you. Yeah. It existed before they ever took a position, and so it's like, if we don't agree to change a system, it will always be.
And, that's not to say there's not amazing teachers.
Oh, yeah.
And in Alton School District, I know so many great teachers, but that's not the issue.
So you ran for school board, and what drove you to do that? Because you said you had these issues a lot, like, beforehand, but, like, what really drove you to want to have a role in that, to maybe change that system? And, like, what aspect of the system are you trying to change?
Only it's because it's you and I can't lie.
People lie to me all the time.
Yeah, I just can't do that. Initial run was because you're messing with my daughter.
He's trying to be petty. I love it. I call that.
It is like, okay, well, people fear power, right? Or fear what they think someone could be able to do to them. Well, you can't do it at the level where I was sitting at first. But then it comes in another position. Now they're like, well, holy crap. Like, well, maybe we might want to bag off because now that's a daughter of someone that's on the board.
Oh.
It's the fact of, like, I understand how systems work.
Yeah.
And so it's like, yeah. And it's like, okay, well, and do I want to do good? Was that my plan to do good? Absolutely. However, my initial thing, which was your question, why did I? So, yeah. And so with that, yes, I want to do good. And yes, I want to change the system, and hopefully we can. I think it's going to take a community effort. It's not administrators, and yes, they will have to play a part. It's not the teachers, and yes, they will have to play a part. But it's the community demanding it. You have proven you are a true testimony to rallying the community together to change the powers that be.
Listen, I have been accused of getting a mob in order with pitchforks, more so than and what sucks about that is what I just said there. Like, it's way easier for me to get people to hate on somebody than it is for me to get somebody to, like, do something to fix things for the better. Mm-hmm. And it's like, it's so bizarre to me because each thing could be just as easy. Like, you could just as easily care about things you could make better as you can things you can tear down. And, like, you need to tear down the old and make room for new. You need to tear down.
And don't get us wrong, we love tearing down bad people.
Oh no,
yeah,
force of destruction.
But yes,
like being karma's sword sometimes is very satisfying. I will not lie. I do enjoy it. I enjoy seeing, like, sometimes people being like, "Oh my God, Cory just shitposted and now everyone hates me," and it's like, well, maybe you shouldn't be an asshole. But, like, I also want to be like, hey, what's up? These people are doing really great things in our community. And then it's like, oh no, I'll get like 50 likes, which is a bigger number than most people get. But if I'm shit posting about bad people, I get anywhere from like 500 to 1,000. Yeah. And it's like, dude, there's good people in our community doing good work. And each thing highlights the changes that need made. Mm-hmm. So, like, whenever you got there and you said they were messing with your daughter, were they doing so, like, disciplinary wise, like academically, like Like, in what ways do you find them to have been like messing with her, like in the district? And like, how does the system perpetuate that?
So you will find if you, and I try to be so cautious as I walk through this because of my position.
Yeah, of course.
Yet you are the people who voted me in.
Yeah.
So, I feel like this is who I owe, not anyone else. But if you pull these records, man, you would see those disciplinary actions, expulsions, suspensions were targeted with African American children.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh,
I mean, that's not even just a local issue. Yeah. That's like the school to prison pipeline right there.
Yeah. But in our local community, you find that. And then it's like, same testimony, Nicole was like, all right, well, she was slacking in her grades or her credits. And it's like, no one thought to say anything about this. And my wife is very vocal. And she, and so right now we have a problem with girls fighting in our community. Oh, yes. Like you rarely see boys. It's mainly girls. Oh my goodness, the girl fight.
It's so bad.
Ratio compared to boys is like 10-1.
Did she come home with cell phone footage too? Because I mean that was before the cell phone thing, and they always had something.
Yeah,
to show
like
me.
if you pull that, if you just went there to district and pull that, like how many girl fights in compared to boys? 10-1.
What starts girl fights?
Boys.
Boys start girl fights.
Yeah.
Well, that fails the Bechdel test.
Yeah.
So like for real though, like, so how brutal are these?
Oh no, this is the real deal.
I was gonna say I've seen girls fight.
No, it's the real deal. And then the picking, and then the just making fun and different. And it was just like so. And they'll double team and jump up on like just saying things. And so my wife had went up there numerous of times like, hey, our daughter's getting picked on. What can we do? And so she's bringing this back, and this is documented.
Mm-hmm.
And so she comes back. She's like, well, they're not doing anything. And so like then we go set a meeting together. I'm like, well, maybe if I was just there in the room as a man, showing that like she has a father figure. I'm her father. I'm a male. I'm here. Mm-hmm. Maybe some. And just like listening to some of the response of like what like, oh well, just tell her to go to class. And it was like downplaying, and it's just like this is messing with her mental health.
Yeah. And
then that's messing with her physical health.
Of course.
And it's messing with her educational health. To me, man, we failed our children. And I believe we need to do more. And I'm not saying I'm the person to do it. I don't, want nobody to take that out of context. I'm not running for anyone's position. I'm satisfied where I am. But we need to do more. And the reality is, until the community come together, I almost feel like I can say her name because it's my friend. I almost feel like Dorothy Moss right now, like I'm saying this, like I'm all alone. But it's like, until we get the community to come together and say, if her child is picked on, that's my child is picked on.
Yeah.
If her child fails, that's my child is failing. And that's unacceptable.
I don't even have kids. I don't ever plan on having kids. And I genuinely care about the people and the children in the Alton School District because I'm paying for it. Yeah. And also, these are the people who are going to lead our community in the future. Like, I'm not just living for today. I don't just think of, oh, hey, I'm 36. I'm like midway through like my prime years of contributing to society. So it's like, oh, now I have to take a leadership role. I'm thinking about who's going to have leadership roles whenever I'm old and decrepit and can't really fight in the streets like I can now. Like I'm thinking about those days. And then I'm thinking about like, who's going to lead the future? And it's these kids that we're underserving. And on top of that, like the white supremacy issue, like you touched on that, but like Alton has a really deep rooted segregation, like white supremacy issue. Like our schools weren't even integrated till the 70s. They're the corridor plan. And like we had cross burnings for the Conley brothers whenever they tried to integrate it in like the 40s and 50s. So what the hell? Like how are we expected to like make things better if we hold on to these like racist values still. They don't even realize it's racist.
No.
They're just like, oh, that kid's loud. And it's like white kids being just as loud.
Or how about or about that we seek out the white children to tell them about the dual credits. And I look at it like this, right, Cory? So there used to be a time where you used to say, when you question, why aren't you have any more blacks that's working? And they say, well, it's not that many that's skilled. Like it's not enough that are enough that's qualified. And okay, you can argue that. But 20 years pass, and that's still the same reason why. So you mean to tell me within 20 years, you never identified one that you can help get qualified? One, that's the same thing they do. They cherry pick people and say, hey, I'm going to pick them. I know this person's, oh, I know that person's, I'm going to pick them and I'm going to lift them up. I'm going to bring them on. It's the same kind of promotions that happen. And I look at this political system and I just say, if the community ever stood up, it would stop it.
I agree. Like, I 1000% agree. But like, you have rich Altonians and people from Godfrey who are like, oh no, my kid's in the honor program. My kid's in the accelerated. Oh, those poor is fighting. They're ruining my child's experience. I'll just send them to Marquette. And it's like, but that isn't the answer. Like, we have to go to the least of them. Like, whenever we had Peter in here, and I know you, like, I've hung out with you and Peter. I know you all are homies. So like, fucking Peter was like, our homelessness rates at our schools are increasing. And I know because of Alton's racial makeup and like income makeup that's affecting like black kids earlier than it is white kids. Yeah. And then instead of being like, hey, we should intervene the same way we would if the rich white kid was doing this. They don't do that though, because in their eyes, who cares if the poor kids fail? Who cares if the poor kids wash out? Like, I remember those fights that everyone was talking about, and it's like, oh, look at all these kids fighting. And it was like just videos of black kids fighting. And I'm like, I've seen white kids fight like that. Where are those videos at? It's this thing where I don't even think people realize like their own implicit biases.
But also it's the kids. I mean, look at all of the Riverbender and Telegraph comment sections when any time race is, all those hateful ass adults who are posting racist comments and joking about stuff. They have kids that go to Alton School District. What do you think they're hearing at home? Yeah, they're bringing that stuff to school and that mentality that they're better than other kids. And they might not be outright saying stuff, but it's the attitude.
Yeah, I never they're racist kids.
And people don't want to admit that they're racist, right? And people, like you say, it's just like, it's almost like it's unknown in so many ways. It's the unsaid rule of like, we're better than you. Like,
but there is though, if you look, it's unknown, but there's things like, as a white woman, you know how many, I'm a nurse. Over the years, you know how many older white nurses have made comments to me because I'm white, thinking that I would understand about a black CNA or a black nurse. Oh, it's their, just under their breath. And I'm just like, oh no, we ain't the same. Like, no, like, go away. But because I am white, they think that they, that we are, the same thought pattern. And so it may be tricky. They're not going to go and say anything to that nurse that they were just talking about, but they're going to say stuff to other people, and it's going to perpetuate that. And so you're like, those kids, they're hearing that at home, they're bringing,
Yeah, I guess I don't really even factor in like how racist kids can be.
Yeah.
Like, I know they're homophobic as hell. But like, I don't know. It's just, and like, what do we do about that? Like, how do we attack an issue in which people are going to get defensive? They're immediately going to be like, I'm not racist. We can't
control in home of somebody's parental upbringing.
Yeah, it's like, I'm not racist. Those kids are just violent. And it's like, dude, they're children. So like, what do you do?
But I mean, it's like, but the media, when black people when the thing happened in Ferguson, we were animals. Look at these savages. But you flip the channel when people had lost games. And they burnt police cars. I'm talking about white people.
Oh, absolutely.
Burnt police cars, jumping on them. Oh, kids are just being kids, but now you categorize this. Yep. And so to your question, we can't change the world, but we can change our community.
Absolutely.
We can hold people accountable. You know, I don't mind saying this because I said in the boardrooms. I don't mind telling you, hey, that's off, brother. Like, no, what you say, you need to rethink that one. Like, no, that's wrong.
That's a terrible hot take.
Yeah, I'm like, we got to do better than that. You know, and I don't mind saying that because there's no one there that can hire or fire me.
Yeah,
I don't mind. Yeah, you know, like there's nothing they can do in this world that can harm me.
Yeah.
You know, like I've built my own, and if I had to go to another community to build it, I can still build it. You know, like, but we got to hold people accountable. It's like when you see this stuff, we can't go home and be like, oh yeah, man, that was just no. You had to call your friends out on this. You had to call people out that's not even just around your circle. Hey, this is wrong.
Yeah.
Hey, I do it with black people. Black people who say things around here. Hold on. We can't become what we hate.
True.
We can't be that bitter. We can't be that unforgiving. We become that, because then that's never going to bring change. Your hate is not going to bring out love. Your hate is not going to bring out the change you want. We really have to address this, but we got to address it in a loving way of knowing, like, we just want a better community. We just want, like, equal rights. We just want this. We want to be harmonized. Children really don't know, man, other than what they see, but children are changed like this.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Children can change like that. Today, they can love your macaroni and mama, you the best, and tomorrow they hate you and don't ever bring me that crap again.
God,
and stand 10 toes down like I never liked it. You like, baby, you just ate this.
That's crazy.
So it's like, kids, you can change. I don't care about what, you know.
Also, to your point, whenever you're talking about like a white person being like looked at and like, hey, you agree with this too, right? Mm-hmm. One time I was in the weirdest position, and it was in Maplewood at a bodega, and I was buying sugar snap peas. I go up to the counter, and there's a black dude, and then like the guy behind the counter is like Pakistani, and they were being the most racist to each other I've ever heard two people be in my entire life. And after one of them would say something to the other one, they would look at me like, you know what I'm talking about. And I'm just like, oh shit, man, these are some crazy slurs. I didn't even know these existed. Like, what the fuck? And then after the dude left, the guy behind the counter was like, you know how they are, those blacks. And I was like, no, I don't. No, I take people on a case-by-case basis, dog. Like,
when I was homeless for a little bit, I stayed with, they owned a fish and chicken place, but they owned gas stations in Chicago. And I won't say what country because I don't remember, but I know they were Middle Eastern, they were Muslim. They were nice guys. I had a little forbidden affair with one of their sons, and that's why I got kicked out.
I've heard about that. Yeah,
but
you told me about that.
But so, yeah, like they were very, like they would say that they didn't like black people at their gas stations. And I was like shocked because I was 18 and I was like, wait, but like, you're also a person of color. Right? You know what I mean? Like, that's crazy. They were just like, nope.
Yep.
Like, shout out to Rami if you're out there. No, come on. Like,
but no, it's because other people's racisms, like in other cultures and other countries, I've noticed it's like very specific.
Yeah.
It's just like, oh, wait a second. You're not Han Chinese. You're Southern Chinese. Oh, you are a pig dog. And it's like, what?
Yeah.
Hold on. What? And like in America, it's like, oh, you're Chinese. And it's like, I'm actually from Laos. Chinese guy, you eat dogs.
So are you Chinese or Japanese?
I live in California last 20 years, but first come from Laos.
Huh?
Laos. We lay ocean.
The ocean? What ocean?
We are lay ocean. From Laos, stupid.
So are you Chinese or Japanese?
Oh.
And it's just like, damn, dude. Damn. I think American white people have some of the most ignorant racism in the whole world. It's just so fucking bonkers. And the fact that it's in our schools.
Yeah.
And it has been forever. Like, Alton had Frederick Douglass and Elijah Lovejoy schools specifically to deny black kids integrated education after Illinois made it mandated. Mm-hmm. Like, we were just talking about the Scott Bibb Center, and the story behind Scott Bibb is he wanted his kids to go to an integrated school. And then they were put into an integrated school, but they were like, what, teenagers, but in like 3rd and 4th grade. So they were made fun of and like driven out of town. And then I think they got jobs as firefighters in Iowa.
I mean, you have blacks that's here in town, man, that they couldn't even go upstairs when they were at Alton High.
What?
Yeah, the blacks had to be downstairs.
Really?
Yeah.
Until when?
I had to ask my dad, man. But you have blacks around here that was part of that. You know,
segregation wasn't that long ago.
And when people look at it, oh man, it really wasn't long ago, man. Mm-hmm. Like you had people still living here, this grandparents, you know, and when things happen, when promotions are passed over from us, or when this disciplinary actions are happening, and they have to relive this, you know, and it's like we have accomplished so much as black people, and I'm thankful for where we have made it to, but we have so much further to go. And I'll tell you another story, man. This happened to me recently. We have a cafe on the college campus, and so thankful for the opportunity, and man, we received the love. But one of the caterers there, she went into the highest office you can go and told them that we had people stalking her, driving around when she's doing catering jobs this late at night, all this. And so I got called in about this. It's like, you know, this is real concerning. And I'm like, I'm so sorry, like, but this is a lie. They reviewed the cameras, and it was nothing at all. It was no truth to this. We were nowhere near around her, but she still yet walks the campus freely. No consequences to it. Now here I am being called in. A black man that just made it there, never had a black person there that owned a cafe, you know, kind of deal. Mm-hmm. So I break that thing. Now I can be called in as if something could happen to me, but then somebody to make up this lie. But then she didn't stop there. She went and told the customers, like different customers, oh yeah, he be stalking us, trying to take ideas from us, and this is not even the owner.
That's what I was about to ask. I was going to say, did she give a reasoning to why anyone would be stalking her?
No, but that's how culture is, right? Does she need a reason as a white woman?
No, but you're not wrong. You're not wrong. But I feel like anyone would be like, well, I mean, you would have to, you know, if somebody was stalking.
But to me, it's like, before you even call me,
review the cameras.
Yes, review the cameras.
But like, when did we lose just common practices like that?
Didn't even
it's like
be a meeting. Really.
Yeah, it's like no, and then it's like you made up a lie of they can get someone in trouble with police kind of stuff. Like you made that up, and you think that there was no consequence, but that just show you. Like, how many lies have you told in your life so much to people just to eliminate competition or do whatever reason, and there's no consequence to you? That is just, it was just the norm. You knew you can say it, and if it's unfounded, so what? And if they believe it, then we're gonna
camera, but afterwards, I want to know. I want to know.
I mean,
I'll tell you, definitely tell you.
Okay.
The woman who got Emmett Till killed got to live to old age.
Yeah.
And that was one of the most gut-wrenching stories I've ever heard. Like, his mom is the reason all of us know his name because of how brutal that was. And she got to live to old age and then be like, oh, I lied about that. Oh, shit. I think we're up for our first break.
Yes, we are.
Yeah, we are up for our first break. All right, Jason, we're going to come back. We're going to continue this.
All right.
Because, like, we're cooking right now.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we're going places. So
we ended on Emmett Till, so that's really heavy.
Yeah,
we need a break.
We're getting into some heavy shit. So yeah, stay tuned. We'll be right back. After the Studio 420 thing, I had to like really evaluate shit because I got so fucking deep into that it caused problems at home, man. Like my wife was like, "Dog, you're not even paying attention to me. You're just on your fucking computer, like monitoring the situation."
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, you know, I keep getting all these DMs from people telling me more secrets. And then she's like, "Dog, you need to calm down. You need to cuddle me. You need to watch TV. You need to turn off your shit."
Tabs is actually, she is a saint.
Oh, yeah.
I love you, Cory, but being married to you I would definitely.
I'm a
and I mean that in the most loving way possible. Tabs is just amazing.
Yeah, no,
and I'm glad that
I'm
she can calm you down and tell you needed to hear that sometimes. Just get the fuck out. Like,
all right, so we left off with Jason Harrison talking about being falsely accused of stalking, Emmett Till, the way things, like the way black people can be just completely reputation destroyed by like just one white person being like, "Hey, that person did that," And even if it's unfounded, like the fact you had to like go in there and talk to somebody without them even going through the cameras first that's crazy. Like go through the cameras first, and if there's something, well then bring it up. And if there's not, just be like, hey, I think this person's out to get you. Like, friend to friend, this person's bad news. Just like, holy shit.
Or
man.
have a standard that shows anybody else who makes false accusations, you will be terminated from here.
Yeah.
Like, there has to be being nice to people who are privileged in the way that they act. Or, no, let me take away privilege. They're entitled.
Yep.
Right? They feel like they deserve it. It belongs to them. And if you don't stop it immediately, hard, that you use the same discipline, use the same mentality when you want to get with blacks, right? Oh no, we got to stop that. Otherwise, they'll think they can take over, or they would feel like, oh no, we don't stop these children now. Like you don't mind that mentality of flipping that when you want to come against us.
Yep.
Well, if you want a standard and you're saying, hey, I want to make things whole, I want to look for reconciliation, I want to make this right. Well, that's the same kind of thing. You have to do it immediately. You can't say, oh, this takes time, or, you don't know all the procedures. No, when you all wanted to change something, when they wanted Jim Crow law to happen.
Yeah, they made it happen.
Oh, it didn't take no 10, 15 doggone years. It's like, oh, you guys are free. All right, here we got something else for you.
God,
starting today.
We failed Reconstruction so bad. Andrew Johnson dropped the ball on that shit.
Man.
We should have purged the South of the slave owners. We should have done Nuremberg shit. We should have seen Confederate generals hanging.
Yeah.
And the fact we didn't is a disservice to this country, because like right after the Civil War, you started seeing like black legislators, like people were winning elections down there. And then all of a sudden it's like, sorry, was your grandpa able to vote? Because if not, you can't vote. And it's like, pardon me, but you fucking subjugated that person's grandfather. Like you owned that person's grandfather. And like, I don't know, sometimes I get like, I see what's going on today in the world. And like, there was an off-duty ICE officer accused of killing a black guy in California a week ago, right? People don't know that. They know about Renee Good, the white woman who got shot. And like, it sucks she got fucking shot. Like, that's terrible.
Yeah.
Like, that does not take away the tragedy, but it's like, why does it have to take a white person getting killed for the whole world to like look at it? Whenever there's like so many people of color who have been just killed along the way. Like, you look at it and it's like, you look at who's shot by police, and you have black people and Native Americans are like the top. And you're like, but why? But why is that? They're only like, they're not a big percentage of the population, yet here they are being shot by police and in prison more. And then like, you look at the poverty, like you look at intergenerational wealth that white people have had. And then like, how do we expect as a country to deal with that? Like, there's never been a reckoning for that. And like the redlining of our communities to like prevent black people from living with white people, like, one of the best ways to eradicate poverty, as you know, is to mix incomes.
Yeah.
Like, mix different people together, and like people with higher incomes will help people with lower incomes, and like people with lower incomes will help people with higher incomes. Because like, community is a mixed income thing. Whether we like it or not, it's a mixed race, mixed income, mixed everything. And we're all just in this bullshit together. And instead of finding a way to like group together, use our collective talents, use everything we've learned, we just fuck it all up, man. And like, that has to hit you way hard. Like, because you are out there in this community, like doing so much. And like, how does it feel to like do all that and then still have to go back to the fucking square one with this shit?
Man, I told somebody today that if it wasn't for righteous people such as yourselves, man, that in our community, I'm like, no, man, I would move to a more thriving black community. I would move like to Atlanta or something like that, or North Carolina is growing. There's some places, man, where black entrepreneurs are doing well, and it's accepted for them to do well. It's that community. But I really have hope and faith in leaders such as yourselves that things can honestly get better, man. I look at it. if like you back to what you were just saying about the blending of incomes. I also told another entrepreneur this today. In my experience, I'm only 42. Like, I want you to do well, just not as well as me. or I want you, like, I want your children to do great, but just not as great as my children. Like, I'm not gonna invest like that kind. Like, I would give. I even look at this man, and I'm not gonna say names right now. I'm drinking water, so. But even around here, man, when blacks get in positions of influence or power, and then people want to talk about A, what they're getting paid, B, what all they're not doing or what they should be doing, or if they hire somebody else that was black or bring somebody else along. When all along, the person who's sitting there is a byproduct of someone who brought them in or gave them more or did this. And so it's like, you just don't want to see us do that well, right? You really don't want us to make it. You want us to make it enough where we're not asking you for anything.
Yeah. Like I've noticed that like Mayor Goins, I have beef with him sometimes, but like I've noticed like a lot of people will critique him way harsher than they did Brant Walker.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Come on. Yeah. Like, and it's like, why? Why do you do that? Why are you accusing Goins of so much corruption? And like characters like Ed Hightower are just absolutely villainized and like drugged through the ground for like, affordable housing. And like, again, another person I have like some issues with, but at the same time, like, if he was a white person, they would be like, oh, look at what he's doing. Look at the development he's making in our community. Look at how great this looks.
Or at the very least, they would not use racist language and call people names in internet comments like that.
Yeah.
While disagreeing with the things they're doing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know any other black developers.
Yeah.
So like
Valid
Dr. Hightower's first one. And when somebody was saying like, yeah, man, well, I can't believe like you like him or like, which I love him, but it's like, you know what he's done. I'm like, no, tell me what he's done to you personally. But I didn't even go to that high of a level when I'm talking about even in jobs around here, man.
Yeah.
Development. Yeah. Just development that's happening around here. It's like, if you see any African Americans in leadership, which you probably not.
I know a lot of people shit on Greg Caffey and accuse him of all sorts of things too.
Yeah, and this, and this is what I'll say about that, man, because I understand where we expect more, right? And we want him to do this and oh man, he's unresponsive. Can you imagine being a black man that been in a position? I think he's been there 25 years now.
Yes, he has.
So imagine 25 years ago, getting in a position as a black man and what way all the things he had to endure.
Yep.
You don't think that man's heart and his guard is up? Because people have screwed him over and people didn't want him in there just because of the color of his skin. People didn't want him in there. Oh, he doesn't know anything. We elect people all the time that don't know anything around here. In this freaking country, we made a president that doesn't know anything.
Yeah, no, we have a whole ass guy up there who doesn't know shit about anything.
We don't care about you not knowing anything.
And like, I've met Mike Bost.
Man.
Like, I watched him tour St. Anthony's one time. Fucking dumbest guy I've ever seen in my whole life. He's got those weird ass blue contacts. And like, the guy, AJ, who runs OSF, he was just like, Boss is like, yeah, that's why we don't need universal health care. And AJ was like, no, we do. We absolutely do. It'd probably help us make more money too.
Yeah.
And then he's like, what? And I'm just like watching this dude flounder, trying to get political with a guy who just absolutely knows what he's talking about. And it's just so crazy to me that we have so many just bullshit ass people. And they're like, well, he was a firefighter. And it's like, I don't give a fuck. I know a lot of firefighters who suck. It doesn't mean anything. It's about like who you are as a person and like what you get up to. And I've watched Alton, like, God, it's so hard on anyone who isn't white trying to make it in here.
Yeah.
But I remember fucking whenever you had Jay's Market Grill and you wanted to buy the building and didn't they give you a different price than they gave a white person? Like,
what?
yep. Uh-huh.
Yeah, you remember that.
I do remember that. I remember that very clearly. That made me so mad because I fucking loved your food. And now Gumbo to Go's there, and I like Gumbo to Go a whole fucking bunch. So like,
yeah, I love it, man. Yeah.
But like, how did that hit? How'd you feel about that? Because like, you were making that place fucking shine.
Yeah. It hurt, man. It still hurts when things happen. I've learned how to cry in private, right? We always talking about therapy earlier.
Mm-hmm.
I am a firm believer of a therapist, of community. You need people you can talk around.
Absolutely.
But I've learned just to go home and sometimes cry about it, sometimes scream about it, sometimes, try to laugh it off. Something happened to me today, man, and it upset me so much. And my wife was there, thankful to God. And she was just like, just let it go. And and I did. But I'm like, when do we not get to let it go? Or when do we just get to be treated for what we do? I'm like, I'm not judging anybody else. It's just like, but for me, I'm like, I tried whatever I do. And you can look this up. This is from 2010 when I first opened up my restaurant in East Alton, man. And we did a bikers giveaway. It was bikers there, man. People that I was for sure like, you were never like a black dude. They were there because I cooked they brought me a whole hog that I cooked for them because they were giving away in their community. And every place I went to, I always try to give more than I've ever taken. I believe that's my responsibility, and it's just like, but I also question, when is it then my turn to prosper? Right? I do this struggling. I do this neglecting vacations for my family. I take from that pot to give to the whole pot so that other people will have hope and inspiration. But sometimes I ask, is reciprocity real?
It's almost got to be. I had that in a different way. Like mine was more along the lines of, wow, people are trying to kill me all the time. That's crazy. Like they're cow trapping my driveway. They're calling me a pedophile on a billboard. And I'm like, God, what the fuck do I get out of this? Like,
yeah.
And then I went out to Taqueria Maya, and they thanked me for like just chip posting and like hooked me up with some shit. And I thought to myself, you know what? That made everything worth it.
Yeah.
Because like in my heart, I'm like, this is who I'm fighting for. I'm fighting for the people who run Mexican restaurants at Alton. Like,
yeah,
fuck yeah. Like, I love Riviera Maya. I love Taqueria Maya.
Yeah.
Like, Rob's such a good dude. Louis is such a good dude. Just like, and I think to myself, okay, I can do this again. God, Alton, why won't you just be good? Why can't you be good?
Or why can't I just feel okay with walking away? Like you said, man, I had a young man that was over at my house last night, and I talked with him. And when he got done, he shook my hand and said, "Thank you." And for that moment, like you said, I'm like, this is what it's about.
Yep.
Like if I can give hope to one young boy, if I can help one that felt like they didn't have hope or nobody. I was telling Peter yesterday, I said, we would do all of this. We might not see the return on investment. They might not ever get better. They might not ever go and get the jobs, do that. But if they, for a moment, feel like somebody cares about them, that's enough.
Yeah. And mentorship is one of the most rewarding things like I've been up to lately. So that hits like,
yeah.
I think that one of the best things about getting older for me is seeing how I can use what I've learned to make it easier for other people to do what I've done, but better. Like my whole goal is somebody does me better than me in the future.
Oh yeah.
Like Alton needs a shit poster crier man who just yells about shit constantly. You know?
But there's some young child, and I refer to them as children, that's watching. There will be an influencer within the next year or two. They'll be able to do exactly what you're doing and put it on multiple platforms, and their reach. Because let me tell you something, man. If you're not watching, man, there's a group of young people that we consider them being disobedient rebels or whatever you want to call it. But these are going to be radical people who's going to change this freaking community, man. Because they're my daughter. I have my daughters at home. Why, Dad? Like I'm like, I grew up when your parents said it. You better do it, and you better do it then, because they felt like 2 seconds from now you acting like you about to stand up to them or something. So, but they're asking why, and I'm just like, this is a generation that wants to understand. It ain't really disobedience. They want to know, why do you say that? Why do you believe that? Why do we do this? And they're not going to take what somebody just tell them. Because you're the Republican chairman, or you're the Democratic chairman, or you're the no. Why did you say that? Why are we doing this? Oh no, we're not doing that. And that generation, this generation is that's coming up. They're gonna be some radical leaders, man. If we keep imparting into them, man, like this type of stuff, man, that you're doing, just like, I promise you, they're gonna use their platform. I try to tell one of the young guys at Wilson Clark, he's like, man, in 4 years, like I think I want to run. I'm trying to get. I said, man, you should take my place. I said, let me help you now. He's like, no, I want to be with you. I said, no, man, like I'll be 46. Like, could I give great information? Sure. Can I give wisdom? Yeah. But your youthfulness can do what I can tell you. I can help guide you, and you should be in the position. I gave this idea to the alderman, the mayor of them. I said, start a junior alderman.
Yes.
For each ward, and let them vote. Let them be in there, and let them be the ones who actually help leading and building up, like what youth think. Same thing with the mayor. Identify somebody. Raise them up in this. If you really want to see change with the youth, they have to know now. Right, you're doing it with the police departments, and you have all these. But make junior aldermen, make people vote. Like, you just can't identify them. Make them run and vote, and let them have their own board. Let them meet. Let them make them decisions right here in our community. They can change things, man.
I agree. I mean, there were I think it was the Iroquois that had it was like the senior people and the junior people would hang out and discuss, because the youth had really good ideas for radical change, and the older people knew some of those ideas and what didn't work and what did.
Yeah.
And I think one of the things that we've genuinely lost are boomers were part of this generation that really changed the world. Mm-hmm. We had the 60s movements were some groundbreaking shit that we just sort of just let fizzle out. And then I'm pretty sure everyone got lead brain and became insane. But up until then, we had some really radical activists. We look at the boomers and we're just yeah, they're just they don't care. But the boomers were Fred Hampton in the Black Panther movement. That is one of the things that I look to as whenever I'm looking to what I want to see being done in our community, I genuinely look to the Panthers. Because they had the free breakfast program, they had education, they had outreach, they had mutual defense. And then my wife read This Nonviolent Shit Will Get You Killed. And it's a book about how nonviolent protests are great and all, but you have to back them up with something. And it talked about the deacons, who were this group of black people who in the South would ensure the rights of voters by being armed. And one time, the police and firefighters were about to turn this hose on these kids who were protesting. And it was really cold outside, and it was going to be real ugly. And the deacon showed up and said, you turn on the hose, this is going to be a bloodbath. Hose didn't turn on. Mm-hmm. And I just think about the kind of radical change that we could have had if we kept that going.
Yeah.
And then they did shit like the war on poverty, which sounds good on its face, but it disrupted black families. Like it's one of the reasons like there's less education and like why like a lot of black families are split and stuff is because of incentives done by Johnson shit. And then you have like the Pruitt-Igoe projects in St. Louis that were basically the same thing. They were breaking up black families, taking them away from good school districts, and just trying to segregate them in a corner of the city that no one cared about, and also experimenting on them with radiation.
Yeah.
You want to know one of facts that I learned years ago that is kind of relevant to that?
Absolutely.
Okay, I have an obsession with Sears catalog homes. I think that it's really cool, and I like identifying them. Also, I'm kind of bad at it though. But when I see one, I see. But I researched the history of them, and I found out they actually became a lot more popular because no one was letting them buy a house in a neighborhood, so they were buying land and building these houses.
That is
Sears
interesting.
catalog houses, like yeah,
I know Wood River's just full of those.
yeah, they are.
manufactured
They are.
homes
There's a
because,
lot of them around here.
Because Standard Oil would just like buy Sears catalog houses and be like, oh, cool. Now we're a company town.
Yeah.
Wood River was just a company town for Standard Oil for the longest time.
I just think stuff like that. Well, it's horrible that even had to be done. The perseverance. I love seeing that, even though horrible things, like people like you who are doing, you're doing amazing things in the community. You're not giving up and just being like, well, this is the world, this is the way it is, you know. And
they expect us to do it, right? So you're saying like letting spite be your motivation to get out there. It's like, no, they expect you. They want to call you lazy. They want to say all you want to do is lay there and get the food stamps and all that. But you percentages show that it's more whites than blacks again. You know,
Absolutely.
but that truth won't be told. They want to say that we don't want the opportunities, but you won't give them to us. And when we open the door, it's like, well, we want, of course, to invite other people in and bring other people. And it's like, there's a cap with this, you know, and that's the part that disturbs me around here in Alton. People who could hire more and pay more, they don't. People who could invest and do more with blacks, they don't. It's like, if we ever expect to thrive as a community for real here in Alton, it got to be equal. It has to be fair.
Absolutely.
You know, and I hate this, just like this whole race thing, but it's just reality of like our demographic and where we are, man. You know,
Yeah.
and again, Nicole, I thank you for so graciously saying that. Like, I'm not making any excuses. I'm gonna get out here and get it regardless. You know, but it feels good for somebody to say, hey, I see what you're doing and I got you.
Yeah.
You know, like I'm gonna let you rest. I'm gonna help you out. I'm gonna vouch for you.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna tell you, you know, like I'm gonna connect you with other people. So because this world knows when blacks get money and the economy thrives.
Yeah.
Because, you know, we spend, we invest in our community. We hire our own, we bring people up, you know. It's like, you know how many black men, if they were thriving with businesses, how many young black children they were getting to say, hey, get your butt off this couch, like you're gonna go to work. We still have that village mentality. We all somebody's uncle. We all somebody, you know, like that's what you become. You become the big uncle, or you become the extended father.
Yeah.
You know.
I mean, I've noticed that whenever we're going to go to a break, but I did want to say whenever Peter's working on the dignity thing he's working on, one of the things I was doing was trying to find people who were on the other side of homelessness, right? Mm-hmm. And I found out that a lot of times, like, especially in like minority like communities, like black communities and queer communities were the two that really stuck out. If somebody doesn't have a place to stay, they have a place to stay.
Yeah.
Like, they'll couch surf, they'll stay at somebody's house, but somebody will take them in because it's like homelessness and like family issues and things like that are like understood, and like there's a connection there. White dudes are the most common that I would run into that were like, yeah, I had to go sleep in my van.
Yeah.
Or I had to go sleep in my car. And I'm like, that sucks. But it's like, sometimes I'm like, damn, dude, white people are like crocodiles. We just lay our eggs and let them hatch and then just walk away.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, whatever. Yeah, that's my nephew. He's a fucking prick. I hope he dies. You know, like I have an uncle that wants me dead. He won't even say words to me. And I know that. He Frankenstein looking motherfucker will not say shit to me.
That's true.
Like if I was on the street, he would kick me. Kick me right in the fucking kneecap. He's mad I have his last name. Like oppression seems to build a community, but the oppressors are like crabs in a bucket.
Yeah.
Just like, oh, hey, what's up? You're doing better than me? Fuck no, you're not. You're done. And then it's like, God damn. Because like that's what I see among like other white dudes. It's just like, oh, you think you're hot shit? I'm the hottest shit. Fuck you. You're done. And I'm like, bro,
being a woman.
oh, I can't imagine. I can't imagine that shit. All right, well, let's take a break and let's come back and like let's talk about some fucking food. Let's talk about something fun. We've been heavy, and you're like one of the funniest dudes I know. So like, let's talk about food and just fucking bullshit.
All right.
You down to just bullshit and talk food?
Yes, sir.
Hell yeah. All right, let's come back. We'll bullshit. We'll talk food.
You. This is the first time that I've seen 2 white people clap on beat at the same time. It was like so crazy. Like you look at each other. It's like I'm like, oh my goodness. Like
Holy shit. 1, 2. 2.
Yeah, it's like, man, like this is awesome. Like I almost wanted to clap in with you guys, but I felt like I would have been off beat.
You can guess or invited. It's just something we started doing like in the beginning.
I've been listening to a lot of Run the Jewels and Mavis Staples, so that could help.
Yeah.
All right, so we're back with Jason Harrison. We've been talking some very heavy shit and like good.
Yeah.
The people need to hear it. They need to learn it somewhere. But like, I want to talk about food.
Let's talk about
food. You were one of the best chefs I've ever met in my entire life.
Appreciate it.
You catered our wedding. That catfish was fucking phenomenal. People still talk about that. But like, where did you learn how to cook?
From my dad.
Yeah?
Yeah, man. And then, growing up in a black church with all these great black women that were always cooking, that's how we sustain ourselves. So it wasn't really, my father always been a pastor of like inner city churches, inner city population. So you never could depend on the giving of your parishioners to sustain yourself. Like my dad had always have a job. He retired from the driver's license facility. But what sustained us as a church was we would cook for the community and sell dinners and stuff like that. So I was always around watching them and, man, enjoying that. And it became therapy, right? It's therapeutic. It was fun. I realized when I was in high school, no matter how segregated you are, man, like how people hate people, do whatever, I don't care if you part of the KKK or the Black Panther, you like some good catfish.
Yeah.
You like some good barbecue. You like
Absolutely.
The food bring you together. It's like, I know there's these big times like that's white's only pie, black only pie, but now food bring people together. Food and music, so it's like
Absolutely.
I seen the power of food. I don't know if you remember this. It was quite a few years back, but I did a community potluck. We ended up having it at the Post.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, and that was just idea of, man, what would our community look like if people came together? And we did a community potluck, and it was so awesome, man. And I think about it now, like, man, we need to get people back together. Just
we need to do
fellowship, like
potluck. They were doing one of those down at the old barber shop on Washington, kind of across the street from the Papa John's. They were doing those during the SNAP food drive.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, yeah, because, I remember that.
Yeah. So, like, but, like, I know what you're saying, like, gather together and, like, bring something to the table.
Just have some of my friends pull out some barbecue trailers and bring out the fryers and just let people, man, just have people set up tents and just cook and, and let people enjoy each other.
So, what's your favorite thing to whip up?
Yes, that's what I was
like. What's your signature dish?
You know what, man? You want me to tell you a secret?
Yeah, of
most
course.
People don't know. So, most people, if you know me, you know my wife is white, and when we started business, I was the one cooking, and then we got to a point where we hired my father, and he came along. My dad watching this, he'd be like, "Hired? Hey, where my check?"
I know.
You
I was
what
going
I'm
to say,
saying?
his dad's going to be like, "You hired me? What?"
Oh, you hired me, right? Huh? Define hire with LaMay. So he came along to help us, and for like 3 to 5 years, my wife got trained by the person who trained me, and so she, while I was building the business, sales, marketing, admin part, she was learning the cooking. And she passed me up with cooking.
Oh, shit.
So now when people be having dishes, they come like, "Oh man, I want to thank the chef," and she's in the back looking at me like, "Oh my God!" Like, and she's like, "And you didn't say nothing." I'm like, "It's called reparations, baby." I'm like, "This is where this happened," like. Generally, it's like white people out there getting the credit, black people did it. I'm like, you got to see, you just get a little taste
of what Elvis did.
Yeah. Do you know what was the most challenging thing for her to learn to cook?
Ooh,
that
that's
she
a good
really
one.
ended up loving cooking.
Yes. So I would say greens, because with greens, and I wrote a book, just shameless plug, but I talk about in the book.
What's the book called?
The Recipe for Resilience.
Where can we get it?
On Amazon.
Hell yeah.
It's on there. But I start off talking about how with greens, how I would come home. It was the J.B. Johnson Center there now, the high school. I would walk home, and I'm like telling guys, like, "Hold on a second, we're going to go play basketball. Like, just give me, throw my stuff in here," and walk in here. And it's like these big black trash bags that's on the ground. And I'm like, "Man, y'all might as well just leave," because my dad had walked down to the farm, and this older white gentleman there, man, my dad picked mustards, collard greens, and all that. And we had to, when we come there, we had to pick them, right? You pick them, then you clean them, and then as you clean them, like, he has this meat cooking, right? The meat is simmering, it's just cooking, smelling so good, but you're cleaning greens. Then you think it's clean. And then he's like, "Nope, wash them again, get all the grit off, So then he puts them in the pot. Now the meat's in there, it's cooking low. You put the greens in there. He's seasoning it, cutting onions, seasoning it, throwing
And it's
it.
you season in layers. He knows you season in layers.
So then you put another thing in there, right? Then you season it again. It's cooking, and then finally. Like after you finally get everything stirred in, it's cooking good, smells good, and it's right. And you ready to get your bowl, you ready to smack down on some of these greens. And my dad would say, if you let it sit overnight, it'll be better tomorrow. And so the analogy I gave was, in life we're being picked through, and then we go through a washing period, and we think we're clean and we're ready for the pot. But we realized that we're not, and we had to be washed again through, and my thing was unforgiveness, bitterness. I want to just get a small point right here, and I'm going to come back to this. I never in my life ever would have thought I'd have been with anybody white, because my mom came from Arkansas down south, and the stories I heard made me so resentful, made me almost to a hating point, but I knew I couldn't hate because of my Christian values, right? So just resentful and all. And the reason I'm saying this is, so when I was in my washing period, now I'm married, wife, beautiful children that we have, she has conceived for us. I still realized I had a residue on me, and I had to go through this washing period. And then I get into the pot. Then you realize, oh man, the heat is on. You're going through all this cooking pieces like this. But you've been seasoned with so many things of life, and you're seasoned with great people such as yourself, and you just adding to you. And then when you think you're ready, you realize that in life you have to wait just a little bit before you'll be good for someone else, or the best you'll be. I think, so. I believe, so to your question, I believe it was greens, and I believe it's just the process of it. It's like some of the best dishes take the longest time to make?
The first time, so I was in foster care, and I was in a lot. I was in like, probably 15-ish or so altogether, but I was in some black families' homes and had no idea. The first time I was in I had no idea what greens were. I came from tuna noodle casserole, which I make amazing tuna noodle casserole because I make it from scratch and it's fucking amazing. But it's no greens.
Yeah.
So I had no idea. It was so good.
Yeah.
It's so good. And that's when I learned how to put smoked neck bone in my shit.
There you look at you, girl. You know what you're talking about. All right, I love
afterwards, I'm going to show you a picture just because before I leave, I made black eyed peas this like for New Year's Eve to good luck. And I did the whole pork because there's like 4 different like cornbread for the money or whatever, and the beans for good luck, and the greens for money too.
Yeah.
And so I put greens in, we mixed them in and everything with my stuff. But I have to show you a picture because I just want to see your opinion. Because I mean, I know you can't taste them, but you can look at that.
Yeah. You can look. You can look. You can look at people's stuff and be like, yeah.
It is one of those things where it can be really bland. And if you have bad greens, you probably won't like greens.
Yeah, that's true.
I've had great greens, but I do have a white guy question.
Yeah.
Do you eat the rest of the turnip?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Because my dad, who was an insane person, he was all like, black people only eat the greens. And I'm like, I don't think that's true, man.
No, we have turnip bottoms.
Because turnips are fucking hard to cook.
They are.
They are, but there's lots like rutabaga is one of my favorite vegetables ever. And that thing is, you can't even barely cut a rutabaga.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, root vegetables are fucked up. But yeah, so like
there's several, I'm just saying, there's several things that are.
But the craziest part is, growing up in a white Catholic household, they would throw away the fucking turnip greens.
Are you serious?
I'm dead serious. They would throw away the turnip greens. And I was like, and as I got older, I would start, I don't exactly know how to cook greens, but I do know that if I cook some like good bacon.
You make cabbage?
Yeah, I love making cabbage.
Oh, yeah. So add that cabbage with that bacon, man.
Yeah.
And the greens. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, yeah. No, cabbage is one of my favorite things to cook in the world. It's so cheap, and you get so much out of it.
Have you ever smoked it?
Smoked cabbage?
Yeah.
No.
So you take the cabbage.
What?
Yeah, you take the cabbage whole, just like that. Cut it in 4s. Mm-hmm. Put it, so each piece get like in aluminum foil. Put your seasoning and stuff like that on there, man. Put it on your grill.
Really?
Yep.
Okay.
Smoked
I think
cabbage.
it might have just changed my whole life, honestly.
Yeah, man. Put that smoked paprika in there, that seasoning, man.
Every time you tell me something, I'm just like,
wrap it in
home,
foil,
try that
man.
out.
Oh, put it on that grill.
Holy shit. I've had
Healthy. It's good.
Have you had grilled pineapple? Of course you've had.
Oh, yeah, man.
Do you add tahini on it?
Never have.
Really? That's what you gotta do. You gotta add a little tahini, a little squeeze of lime.
Yeah.
A little tahini. I don't know. I've been making a lot of plantains lately.
Okay.
Yeah, I've been frying those up in olive oil or coconut oil, and I just like throw like a little cardamom, little lime, little cumin on that shit.
I've been using avocado oil.
Yeah, it's got a high smoke point.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like really good for you too, because
Yeah.
I know that a lot of people are like, seed oils are gonna get you.
For most of my stuff, unless I am frying something like in a fryer, I use bacon grease. I save my bacon grease.
Yeah.
And I use there's not a lot. Or a lot of times I'll mix some butter with like half and half the bacon grease.
Oh yeah, no, Mark down at the farmer's market, that good bacon. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I recently cooked up some of his sweet rosemary stuff. So whenever you're not eating your own food, who around here do you eat? I want to know that. I want to know who makes the chops for you.
Man, I love Gumbo to Go. They're phenomenal.
Kendra and Troy are amazing.
Yeah, they have some freaking awesome food.
They're actually the entire reason my wife's getting tested for celiac, because she wants to see if she's actually gluten free or if she has like Crohn's or something. Because she's like, I want to get Gumbo to Go so fucking bad.
Their seafood cream sauce was so good.
Man, I love their po' boys, man. Stuff like that. Just like, but I'm trying to. I was told I was right at the border with high cholesterol, so I'm trying to do no fried foods, man.
Oh damn! I just got mine back. My cholesterol's great.
See, and that's all all I need is for them to say that, and then I was like, well, I'm black, you know.
Oh,
they probably made up that it's like you got high cholesterol. I'm like, hey, you do no test.
God damn.
Yeah, but we ate at we went out on a day. We were like to Tony's. We try to stay around here, man.
Same. You been to China Walk lately?
I have not.
You should try her pho.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's really good. It's like this French broth soup with like Vietnamese vegetables and stuff in it.
That sounds good already.
It is so good. It's crazy. She makes it so fantastically. That's one of my go-tos whenever like I'm feeling a little down. I've also been hitting up like I said, Taqueria Maya. You been there yet?
No.
No, you haven't been there yet?
Mm-hmm.
They have a ribeye taco. It's like ribeye and they got like melted cheese on top of it. Goes so hard. And avocado. Dog.
Avocado.
Yeah.
You said avocado weird.
I say a lot of shit weird, Nicole.
So do I. I was just pointing that out because to me.
I mean, you're a chef. What kind of shit you cooking up lately? Where are you going to eat?
Well, so I'm broke, so I don't eat out a lot anymore. I actually surprisingly like the Mexican restaurant inside of the hotel on College. It's like they actually have some decent Mexican food.
Yeah,
they do.
Yep.
Don and Penny's. I love Don and Penny's food. I was during the pandemic. They were on DoorDash, and I loved it because I was a DoorDash queen during the pandemic, and I wasted so much money door dashing. But I love it. There's nothing she can't do, which I love. Like everything. The tacos to the Italian to the bombs that they make, like this. That's why I really like I can spend like a year and not even get everything on that menu. I like Gumbo to Go, but I don't go there a lot because again, I am broke and I feel bad because my kids expect me to feed them. That's why I like to eat out at work.
I
don't have to feed them.
For one, yeah.
I like Old Bakery beer too.
Oh yeah,
dude, their burgers.
But I also like some spots that are not in Alton. Like, okay, so there is this place in M Mart in Collinsville. They have catfish nuggets. It's a convenience store.
Oh yeah, that's even better. I like this.
The bodega food.
Man,
but
I had to go to Collinsville.
Yeah, they have some good food. I like Alton Board for 8 years, and while I love the food here, I have tasted a lot of food and know what the places taste like.
Right.
So if I'm gonna spend my money, I want it to be on something I never tried.
God, I miss eating snoots and rib tips from you.
Oh man,
I get them from Lovett's. Lovett's has good snoots and rib tips.
Yeah,
but you have to make sure
I'm not
that
gonna
they
lie,
have
I
the
don't
slice and
love
the
their
rib tips.
snoots there.
Really?
I'm not the biggest
I
fan.
literally
like a lot
just
of their
had
stuff,
a craving for snoots today, and I'm like, maybe because I'm on no sweets, so I can't have my barbecue sauce.
It's that sweet sauce.
Yeah, I'm like, I can't have my own sauce. I'm like, am I doing anything fried this month? You know, I'm like just trying to do everything right. But I will tell you this, I still make them. They're on our barbecue truck, and our barbecue truck is out all the time. And
where can we catch it?
We generally be across the bridge, but on Wednesdays and Fridays. Is today Wednesday? What's today?
It will be
Tuesday?
Wednesday tomorrow.
Wednesday. We're at the VFW now, so we also have a spot in there too.
So Wednesday and Fridays you're at the VFW in Alton?
Yep.
And every time else are you in the gas station by pit stop?
Yep.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Inside our trailer over there.
Also,
So
hell yeah.
You are at the That's so funny.
Yeah.
So a couple years ago, I was really wanting to start a catering business. My friend used to manage the VFW, like the bar, and I was going to do food there actually, and I wanted to, but it's just me, so it'd be impossible. So I admire that. I love that. You give me inspiration. Actually,
you should move on that. Like I'll help you.
I got other stuff to do, but it's just in the future. That's my dream.
No. He will help you. He is
Really? Because
he knows the game.
Like I said, it is one of my biggest passions. I have a lot of passions, which makes, it's hard, but I love cooking. And like you said, food brings people together. And I used to be 350 pounds, so I love food in all its forms.
You look beautiful.
She's a really good cook.
I loved it. It's one of my favorite. It's the only thing I've ever been.
She's
able
a really
to do
good
that
baker too.
I felt like I was like actually good at like in my entire life.
And your fucking strawberry lemongrass jam.
My jam. I did the market.
Oh, I love good jam. Oh my gosh. If it's really good, if it's really good jam, when I make, dressing, I can use some jam on that.
Ooh,
instead of like the cranberry sauce, like use that jam.
But that's the
it
same
has
thing,
to be
it's
good.
sweetness.
Oh, it has to be good because you know, with your dressing, it's going to be that salty kind of like you need that sweet to kind of balance it. Because what do you use meat for your dressing?
So I do sausage and cornbread dressing. That's
okay.
Yeah, so I use sausage, like pork sausage in mine, but I don't use typical bread. I have one. I want to try oyster dressing. I've never made oyster dressing, and I want to try making that.
God, I would love that. I love oysters.
So
Same.
we cook up chicken thighs. So you season them. You can bake them, grill them, however you want to do it, and then you kind of like shred a little bit in there. But then you have your dressing put in there. You put it in the pot, stirring everything together, right? And then as you get it and you layer it, then I take some whole thighs, lay them in there. And then put some dressing over that too. So then when you're eating, because it's all gonna shred out, like the boneless kind of. It's like you eat that, you're just getting some good meat in there with the dressing. You don't need anything other than that good jam, that homemade jam. Oh my goodness!
You make amazing jam.
I need to start making more. I do, and I'm about to clean out my basement, and that's where all my catering and my my canning supplies
Start making some shit. We'll market it on here. We'll put your jams up on your desk.
Have you ever heard of Poor Man's Honey? It's corn cob jelly.
Oh wow!
Yeah. So after you not obviously eat it, but you boil them basically, and then add the sugar and the gelatin or whatever you're using, and you make and it tastes just like honey, but way less expensive.
Yeah, you kind of teach me some things.
Like I like to slice it off the cob, and just fry it up with I like to throw in a little mayo. I know that sounds crazy.
No, it doesn't sound crazy at all.
Just like mayo, a little lime.
Yeah, that's Mexican corn. All right, but
Coated cheese.
I've been trying to study like Mexican and Indian cooking because although lately I've been getting really into West African food, like agouzi and shit, and fufu.
Try African palate.
Oh my goodness!
I do.
Fufu is so good, dude.
Fufu is so fucking good, and like dipping it in like I like to get the oxtail goat tripe thing, and I'm just dipping it in the shit, and then I get my agouzi all mixed up in it, and I'm just and then like you get the smashed yams, and you're like, God, because like my ass, like I don't know, I know why people don't like spices. I fucking adore spices.
Yeah.
Like for a while, I was buying all the hot peppers I could find from the farmer's market, like every variety, and sweet peppers, and heirloom tomatoes, and I was growing my own too. So I had like Hungarian purples. I had a bunch of cool shit that we were growing, and I got a dehydrator. So I got all these peppers, all these tomatoes, like all the different hot, all the different sweet, and I just smashed them up in a mortar and pestle, and just got a quart jar full of this dust. And it's so flavorful. You got like habaneros in there. You got ghost peppers. You also got banana peppers. You also got like all sorts of shit. So like that is my dream spice. And then I'll mix that with like some like Caribbean and some like Thai spices. And I don't know, I like cooking with ginger these days and plantains.
Oh man, yeah.
I've become a very tropical cooking kind of fella.
Yeah.
Yeah, just like that and fish. I think one of the reasons my cholesterol was working is because I mostly just eat fish now. Like, God.
I've been on a smoked oyster, like just the cans.
God,
of it,
I love canned smoked oysters.
You know how many recipes they have out there for just like little like poor man's like oyster Rockefeller or whatever. The other night I made that, except I didn't have any spinach.
Oh God,
I made the breadcrumbs and everything, but I don't do it in the tin because I don't.
Yeah, no, that's
I don't want to
weird.
do that.
Yeah,
but I have little ramekins, and I was just like, and I just honestly, I've been just buttering up like French bread and just piling it on, like smushing them on French bread and just eating them.
Oyster
like,
sandwiches are great. Like, I love canned smoked oysters.
I didn't know oyster soup was a big thing.
Yeah,
and I'm gonna make it. That's another thing I'm making this week.
Ooh.
Oyster soup.
Tell me whatever you do, because I'll eat some.
I will. But I'm going to make it a little better. Like, some of the recipes were a little bland.
I also like canned squid.
Yeah, I want to know about that, too, now.
I'll let you know how it is.
All right.
I'm a big fan of canned
No, I
squid.
don't want you to tell me how it is. I want you to tell me where you make it so I can have some.
I got you.
Yeah, you guys.
I don't want you to tell me how it is.
Like,
I want to hear y'all. Yeah,
I feel like you guys would learn a lot from each other.
I would love to. I would love to trade recipes with you. Also, but we do got to go wrap it up because
we do have to wrap it up. All right. You are a hungry lady.
I am so.
All right, Jason, tell us where we can find you, find your businesses, find your book, find everything you got going right now.
I am on Facebook just with Jason Harrison. My book is on Amazon. A Recipe for Resilience. It's just talking about. It gives a couple stories about how I made it, and then just what I feel we all have inside of us. I'm on TikTok, Jay Harrison the Motivator. I think I'm on Instagram. I think it's Jay Harrison Restaurant Tour or Jay Harrison. One of those kind of things.
It'll have a little thing of you put that.
But yeah, that's where you find me. Find me in the community.
And LaMay's Catering.
LaMay's Catering is on Facebook.
What are the other food ventures you got going?
We have Hope and Smoke. We have Blazer Bites Cafe. We have we're on Challenge Unlimited campus now. So we have that's our hospitality heroes there, man. We hire people from there, and we do meals there as well, man. It's pretty cool, man. That's like one of my most rewarding things, man. Is just seeing that, man. I love, man, those people there, man. It's awesome. Yeah, we have a couple things, man, but we're going through some transformation. We'll be doing a big announcement, I guess, next month. I'll share it with you now. Changing our theme from just a catering to a hospitality. So I always kind of represent becoming a hospitality group, man, and just where we can serve our community at a larger scale. So be more things up under us, things that we're doing.
Oh,
yes.
yeah.
I did see something on Facebook the other day. You guys
I want to hear about a
it.
podcast that you got going.
Yeah, man. So my wife and I just been dropping little videos now. We'll do some videos together. I try to get on there and do like inspirational videos, but the podcast is her and I together. It's going to be called Still Cooking, and we're interviewing people just from different walks of life and just finding out like how did they get there, but how are they juggling life now? Like how is it still cooking for you now, right? Cooking is a ongoing process, as you know. We're always evolving with the you all have given me so many different ingredients now that I want to add into my pot. And that's what it's about. Like what ingredients can we extract from somebody during these interviews that people can add into their pot to bring flavor to them, that helps them spice things up. So yeah, look for that coming out here soon as well.
Hell yeah, I cannot wait. I know that's going to be good.
I'm excited, man.
Yes,
Anything you want to add, Nicole?
No, this was a great interview.
Yeah, this was really nice.
Like, probably one of our. I know we have a great guest and say that every week almost, but no, we mean it though.
I feel like our each guest we have changes the tone a lot, but like for the tone we have going, this was so.
And
nice.
I also feel like we have an idea in our head of what the interview is going to be like about, or we're going to talk about,
and
then it just turns. It's like has a mind of its own, which I love. Thank you so much.
Organic conversations with community stakeholders.
Exactly.
Yeah, and it's good shit. We talk about community. We talk about things we can do to improve our own backyard. Yeah. That's the goal. Fixing the world, starting in our own backyard. Yeah. And I mean, it's where we poop.
I want to say this last.
It's where my daughter poops.
All right. Let's wrap it up. Thanks again for coming on.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
God, I love seeing you all the time. You're just so fucking cool. And yeah, just remember, guys, like, subscribe, follow us on shit, I guess.
Comment with your favorite area restaurant.
Yeah, comment with your favorite restaurant.
Or your complaints about the Alton School District.
Or complaints or recipes you'd like to share. Or send me pictures of you pooping in my backyard. Bye.
Backyard.
And tonight, my wife made macaroni while I cooked the rest of the food, and she threw Greek yogurt in it. Shit, it's crazy creamy. Greek yogurt and macaroni.
Yeah.
Fucking hits.
Never heard of it.
No, it's so good.
My goodness.
It's so good.
Everyone's on that protein kick.
I'm sorry.
Hey, that's what
we like getting swole.
No, I'm not knocking
It's like if sour cream was good for you.
I'm not knocking it, okay?
And like
Greek yogurt's okay, but it doesn't need to be in everything.
No, not everything.
You can do that same
But the
shit with sour
things.
cream.
Yes, but okay.